Just like eating, sleep is necessary for survival. Sleep gives your body a rest and allows it to prepare for the next day. It's like giving your body a mini vacation. We also know the effects of going without sleep for a few days. But what would happen if someone went without sleeping for a whole month? No, we are not talking about sleeping for 2 or 3 hours a day. We are talking about remaining wide awake for a whole month. It's interesting to imagine what would happen if someone were to really go without sleep for that long. It has obviously never happened, but there are several stories on the internet that claim experiments have taken place in the past to find out the effect of long-term sleep deprivation. The most famous among them is the Russian sleep experiment story. A group of researchers set to find out what would happen to someone if they go without sleep for a whole month in 1940s. In the scientific experiment sanctioned by the military, a group of researchers took 5 political prisoners and locked them for 15 days in a sealed gas chamber with an airborne stimulant continually administered in order to keep the subjects awake for 30 consecutive days. The prisoners were falsely promised that they would be set free from the prison if they completed the experiment. The subjects behaved as usual during the initial days, talking to each other and whispering to the researchers through the one-way glass, though it was noted that their discussions gradually became darker in subject matter. After 9 days, a subject began screaming uncontrollably for hours while the others had no reaction to his outburst. The man screamed for so long that he tore his vocal cord. The man didn't know why he was screaming. He was paralyzed when the second one started screaming. The others prevented the researchers from looking inside by pasting torn book pages and their own feces on the porthole windows. A few days passed without the researchers being able to look inside, during which the chamber was completely silent. The researchers used the intercom to test if the subjects were still alive and got a short response of subject expressing compliance. On the 15th day, the chamber was open, but the results were horrific. One of the prisoners was dead. All of them were severely mutilated with their flesh torn off and abdomens ripped open. They also seemed to have eaten their own flesh. They refused to leave the chamber and fought back with a force and aggression that they did not have before being put in the chamber. They were almost superhuman in their power, and even tore off their muscles and bones during the struggle to resist being removed from the chamber. When they were asked why they had done that to themselves, each of them gave the same response: "I must remain awake." Even after being removed from the chamber, the surviving prisoners continued to show extreme strength, incredible resistance to drug and unimaginable ability to remain alive even after lethal injuries, and a desperate desire to remain awake and being given the stimulant gas again. The researchers also discovered that when any subject fell asleep, they instantly died. With 2 of the subjects dead, the surviving 3 were treated for their injuries and prepared to return to the gas chamber. However, within moments, the EEG monitor revealed that all subjects were brain dead. Just before the chamber was sealed, another prisoner fell asleep and died, while the researchers shot another one dead. Before shooting the last surviving subject, the researcher asked what he was, to which he identified himself as the evil that resided in every human mind and kept in check by sleep. Soon after, the researcher shot him dead. The subject muttered his final words, "So nearly free." And then the researcher went about covering up any trace of the experiment. According to the Russia Beyond, the story originated from a forum challenging user to create the scariest urban legend. That's all for today, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.